Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to talk about AI. Artificial intelligence is not new to us. A number of products that we are already using, such as Google Mail, are using artificial intelligence for a long time, for over a decade. However, the way that AI is available to the general public has changed in the last 18 months or so. And that's what I want to talk about today under the topic of the future of AI, a friend or a foe, the role of governance. Because now AI is a lot more accessible to people, the role of governance becomes a lot more important as well. And that's what I want to focus our conversation today. My name is Riaz Yusuf. I'm a Chief Information Officer at Harper College, which is located in the northwest suburbs of Illinois. And I want to start out by talking about the errors that an AI system could make. AI is susceptible to errors. These mistakes can occasionally lead to costly consequences for your business. Let's look at some of the notable examples of AI errors that made headlines. Recently, this is from April of 2024, uh, the New York City chatbot has advised small businesses to break the law. As I have highlighted here, the chatbots have falsely suggested that it's legal for an employer to fire a worker who complains about sexual harassment and doesn't disclose a pregnancy or refuses to cut their dreadlocks. That's an advice coming from an AI. Let's look at another one. In February of 2024, this picture was generated by an AI system. It's a Willy Wonka chocolate experience system. The picture itself looks pretty good, but if you look at uh, the text beneath the picture, you will notice a number of errors in the text itself. So that the spelling errors is outrageous and unbelievable. And another one from February 2024, Google hits the headlines. I'm sure you've heard about it, for producing images that includes people of color as soldiers in Nazi uniforms. Consequently, the CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai, released a statement, and also they shut down their image producing capabilities of their platform. 2024 to February, one more incident with Air Canada. Air Canada chatbot told a customer that they could retroactively apply a last minute funeral travel discount, which is against the airline's policy. So the chatbot basically incorrectly advised a customer. In January of 2024, this is really sad for this company, Delivery Parcel Delivery Services, DPD. This company's chatbot has interacted with the customer. As you can see, this customer is posting from Twitter. It says clearly that the customer made the chatbot. These are the screenshots that he shared on Twitter. That he made the chatbot swear, as you can see here, and he also made the chatbot to talk bad things about the company that it's representing, DPD, and it also made a chatbot even write a haiku about how useless that company that the chatbot is representing. So these are all some damaging outcomes for a business, which I'm sure you are worried about as well as a company or as an individual who might be interested in leveraging AI. So the news that I shared with you are available on this website, tech.co, in case if you're interested in digging them further and in reading other news as well. So with that, I would like to switch gears and talk about the governance of AI, which is the key thing I think we need to focus on in order for us to eliminate the errors that we just saw as examples. So these things could happen to any company unless you have a strong governance in place. So first of all, I would like to touch on how AI works. This understanding, I think, is important for us to differentiate how AI works from a standard processing of any application. So let me open up a whiteboard here so I can draw some pretty pictures. Please don't expect it to be pretty. I'm just saying pretty because to me it's pretty, but for you it may not be. That's okay. Just bear with me as I am getting ready to draw some pictures. All right. So um, input, processing, output. I love that the tool fixes my ugly diagram. All right. So just like any processing, the input is required for AI to, I don't know how to move my box. Okay, I'm trying to type something here. Let's call it input, data input, you can say. And then this is the data processing, and output. So simple, just like any processing algorithm would work. But the differentiating factor comes in the way AI processes things. And that's where the AI differentiates itself from the rest of the processing components. Those differentiating factors are three of them. One is understanding the context, understanding the context, and that happens through something called NLP, natural language processing. Okay, that's the number one differentiator. And the number two differentiator is generating responses, which is actually not so much of a differentiator, but the next point is a real differentiator, which is learning from the feedback. Okay, this is a powerful capability of an AI system, which I think we all should leverage. Okay, so an AI can learn from the feedback. So which is why if you provide an incorrect feedback, you can trick AI system and make it even write a haiku about bad things about your company. So those things can happen if you're incorrectly providing wrong feedback, the damaging feedback to your AI system. So these are all the differentiating factors. The AI uses the context, natural language processing, and it generates response and learns from the feedback, and it customizes its responses to the individual that it's talking to. So I think that's important for us to understand that differentiating factor while we are thinking about the governance for an AI. Okay, so why is governing AI important? Governing AI is crucial for ensuring safe and beneficial development and use of artificial intelligence. Here are some key reasons I think why it is important for you and I to govern AI in our environments. One is mitigating risks. AI systems, especially those that rely on machine learning, can inherit biases from the data that they're trained on. Right? They say garbage in, garbage out. If they're trained on bad data, that's what they're going to produce. So this can lead to discriminatory outcomes. For example, in loan approval or job applications, that discrimination could be a lethal outcome for a company. So governance helps to identify and address these biases. So second point is promoting fairness. AI governance establishes frameworks to ensure that everyone benefits from AI advancements. This can involve policies that prevent discrimination and promote equal access to AI powered technologies. So it's very important for you as a company to work on policies that promotes fairness, not just for your employees, also for how your AI functions. And ensuring transparency. Many AI systems are complex and their decision making processes can be opaque. So as a result, what happens is it lacks transparency, and thereby what AI is doing is not visible to the rest of the company, and thereby mistakes like the ones we saw, the real life examples, could happen and could damage the company's reputation. So governance can set standards for explainability and allowing users to understand how AI arrives its conclusions. So that way, your committee, you should have a committee that's governing your AI. That committee can review the feedback, the outcome of what your AI is doing, and your committee should be able to update your policies that your AI can leverage. Second, next thing, maintaining safety. As AI becomes more sophisticated, there are concerns about its um, potential misuse in autonomous weapons or other harmful applications, which could happen because AI is just a tool, right? It doesn't have real brain. It has artificial brain, so it's not necessarily works the way like a real brain would think. So if you train an AI to do bad things, it can potentially do harmful things. So governance helps establish guardrails to prevent such risks. And last but not the least, building trust, right? So if you AI is governed, it develops trust on your AI system. So you don't have to shut down your AI like the example we saw with an airline, with the New York City, with that parcel service. These companies and organizations have struggled with the outcome of the mistakes that their AI, the chatbot, produced. As a result, their customers lost trust in their chatbot, the AI system. So clear and responsible AI governance can foster public trust in the technology, in your company's technology. And this is essential for widespread adoption for maximizing the positive impact of AI on society overall, right? If we are all utilizing the AI in a right way, in a governed way, it is going to help every one of our organizations, and eventually we are going to collectively look good in the eyes of the society. And if you are not governing your AI, what is going to happen? What kind of risks are you exposing yourself to? Then if you're not governing your AI, it can lead to various adverse consequences. Here are some key risks associated with unregulated AI. Number one, I think, is social consequences. Unregulated AI technologies could generate adverse social effects. These harms can manifest in different ways. Let's look at product markets and advertising as an example. Leading firms which significantly influence AI technology may misuse machine learning and big data methods in advertising and product design. While these methods can improve the product quality and customization, they can also have negative effect on customer welfare. So the social consequence, if the some of these companies, the marketing companies or advertising companies that might be focused on maximizing their profit, not necessarily maximizing the social benefit or social outcome, could leverage AI in the wrong direction, and that could cause some serious social consequences. The other thing I think in the way of social consequences is inequality and wage suppression. AI can exacerbate inequality by concentrating benefits in the hands of a few. It may lead to wage suppression and job destruction in labor markets. That can very well happen if you're not properly governing your AI systems. And last but not the least, when it comes to the social consequences, the societal effects. AI's impact extends beyond social, beyond economic realms. It affects the social communication, the political disclosure, and democracy. Unregulated AI can amplify misinformation, polarization, and harmful narratives. A number of bad outcomes that might come out of an unregulated AI. So these are some of the social consequences coming out of an unregulated AI. If you think further, I'm sure you'll come up with more reasons than not to govern AI. Then the second aspect, I think, in terms of the risks if you're not governing your AI is bias and discrimination. We saw the example of Google Gemini that had to shut down their AI capabilities because the image production has incorrectly did something. So I'm sure that the authors of the producers of Gemini had no intention of producing anything like that. But along the way, they have missed some governance, some regulation, and which has resulted in something like that. No matter what, people aren't going to necessarily empathize with the root cause of the problem. People are going to just look at the outcome, right? So if you are producing a bias or discriminatory content through the name of your company, through the name of your organization, that could be pretty damaging to your company, to the society. So AI systems trained on biased data can perpetuate discrimination. So once it starts producing bias, the AI is kind of an unstoppable power, right? Once it starts producing bias, it becomes unstoppable from that point onwards, and it's going to cause more and more damage, which is why some of these organizations that encountered bad experience with their AI shut it down to contain the damage, right? So bias and discrimination is the second biggest outcome next to social consequences, I think, if you're not regulating your AI. The third damaging consequence or the risk of not regulating your AI is lack of accountability. So with proper governance, without proper governance, businesses and organizations may deploy AI systems without accountability. So that's a huge risk, right? So you're deploying systems, and if there is no accountability, then that's a huge risk for your company, your organization. In the United States, regulations hold businesses responsible for discriminatory AI-powered hiring tools. So you cannot go and tell those regulatory authorities that, hey, you know what, I didn't make the mistake, my AI system made the mistake when we discriminated that hiring, for example. That is no excuse. Your company is still responsible for whatever outcome your AI powered hiring tool in this example has produced. So the lack of accountability is the next big risk, I think, if you're not regulating your AI, that could result in. And lastly, the risk that I can think of is malicious use of your AI. Unregulated AI could be exploited for malicious purposes. For instance, an unaligned AI fueled by biased data might inadvertently perpetuate harmful practices such as biased law enforcement, right? So now you are combining this malicious purpose to an unaligned AI, so it becomes really a powerful weapon for destroying the societal values and to destroy some of the companies even. So the AI could be damaging in that regard. So these are all some of the risks that I think of AI. If AI is not properly governed, it could result in social consequences, it could result in bias and discrimination, so it could result in lack of accountability and malicious use. If you think about it, like I said earlier, I'm sure you will come up with more reasons than what I did in terms of the risks for not governing risks if you're not governing your AI, which is why I think going back to why governing AI is important, the points I mentioned, for you to mitigate risks, for you to promote fairness, for you to ensure transparency, for you to maintain safety, for you to build trust for your customers with your system, with you as a company, in order for you to accomplish these all of these goals, it is very, very important for you to govern your AI. If you don't have a good governance in place, if you don't have a good AI policy, I would say hold on until you develop these important governance and policies around AI until you roll out your AI. If you if you put the AI first before the governance, that is going to be a huge risk. It could even be damaging your company's reputation. Think of AI as a powerful tool, right? Any weapon, any powerful tool could be could also be utilized as a weapon, right? When I'm sure when a knife was invented, it was invented for good purposes. But unfortunately, some people even till date are using knife for a bad reasons, for a bad outcome. So the same thing could happen with AI. It is just like any other powerful tool. It is powerful. It has a lot of potentials to create a positive outcome, a great outcome for your company, for your business. But at the same time, if you're not governing it properly, the AI could also produce some damaging outcomes for your company, for your business. So overall, I think governing AI is about harnessing the immense potential of this powerful technology while minimizing the potential risks. It is a collaborative effort between governments, researchers, developers, and the public even to ensure that AI is used for good. AI is a powerful tool, so we have to make sure that we are using all this power in good ways. So that is why I have been thinking a lot about AI, using AI in the ways that it can benefit people, and governance is the best way for us to make sure that it happens in the way it's intended for. Before I conclude, I would like to show you where you can find me, and also I would like to invite you to something. So let me share my screen real quick one more time. All right. If you would like to stay connected with me, please go ahead and find me on LinkedIn. This is my name once again. My name is Riaz Yusuf. I'm a Chief Information Officer at Harper. Please go ahead to LinkedIn and find me using my name, Riaz Yusuf, with 2F at the end. And I also invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is to support and help growing IT leaders, particularly. So this YouTube channel, you can find it by using this name, CIO Talk with Riaz. And in this channel, I have recently interviewed a number of good colleagues of mine, a number of talented individuals, and one of the recent episodes that I've produced is actually about the importance of governing AI. So I invite you to take a look at that video and other videos that you will find in this YouTube channel. I would invite you to subscribe to this channel. And moreover, I also invite some of you in this forum to also come as guests in my podcast. So in my YouTube podcast, I've had a number of really good talented individuals such as yourself listening to this video. I would like to invite you to my podcast. If you are interested, please connect with me on LinkedIn and let me know that you are interested in coming in as a guest. I'm sure I have something to learn from you, and I'm sure others that are subscribed to my podcast also have something to learn from you as well. So we are all going to benefit. So let me know what you think about this AI conversation. Do you think if AI is a friend or a foe? I'm sure you have different opinions, or I'm sure you have similar opinions. Whatever your opinions might be, please put your thoughts in the comment or chat here. And how can we better utilize AI? I'm sure you have used AI to at some capacity. I'm sure you have some thoughts in regards to how AI can be leveraged in the future. Please share your thoughts. How can AI be leveraged, and how can we all use AI in a way that it benefits us and our organizations? Thank you for listening, and I look forward to hearing to your comments, your feedback, and let's stay connected. Thank you.